Hopefully y'all doing well. We're gonna do a gingerbread right now. Look at this cute little guy. Isn't it so cute? So this is a 10-inch, this is actually 10-inch sign. Okay. We have red and green mesh. And just like we did last night, these are cut at 34 inches. So we're gonna do the woodland ruffle again. So I need to change out my blade. So you see how it's fraying just a little bit? It's because my blade is dull. And I didn't have time to go figure out where my blades were. So we're gonna do the woodland ruffle. So we have a red frame, we have our red and green mesh. And then here's our ribbons. We have this little gingerbread ribbon. Isn't that cute? I love this. We have red and green, red, white, and green. And this one says, all roads lead to Christmas. So, and then of course we have our gingerbread sign. All right. We're gonna zoom down. And I don't think I left these on because I don't think I've shown y'all how I do this before. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you. Because I don't think I've shown you. Bye. Have a good night. Alright. So I always want to put my, and this is a metallic red base. Got to have a little sparkle. Okay. So I put all the ones on the inside. And then we'll open it up. So we can start on the bottom. Okay. Here we go. Alright. So we're going to alternate the green and the red. We have lots of green and red. The red is going to pull out her little cheeks and mouth and nose, and the green is going to pull out her eyes. So I think so too. I'm excited. I think this is going to be cute. So. And Mama's here, but she's back behind the wall, so she can watch you. She's watching on my computer until we get a ability to get a little love seat out here. She'll be stuck back there. But she is feeling better today, so that's always good. Alright, so just like yesterday, we're going to put it on here. So the woodland ruffle combines curls and ruffles. Alright. What I like to do is put something heavy down at the end, and I'll pull it out on the side that's opposite of what you usually use. So right, this is the right side up, this is the underside. So we're going to use the underside, roll it 3 times. I like to use a chip clip and just go to the other side. I find I have the most consistent results if I do it this way. Alright, so ruffle right up the center, just like you would with a ruffle. Okay? And then we place it down right where we had it ruffled up, so right where we gathered it in the center. Ooh, these colors are pretty. This is going to be pretty. Okay. You just pull them out against each other to get them to ruffle. That way you get both the ruffle and the curls. We want it all. We like it all. So you can see this is the, see this one has glitter on it. Yeah, Bella is in her spot back here. See, she's right there. Hi, baby girl. And Sassy's here, but she's running around. Y'all, she is like, She gets in here and she just runs and runs and runs. Hi, Sassy.
Come here, Sass.
Come here, Sassy. Where are you going? What is she doing? Come here. She's going around the... Come here. Sassy. She just knocked off the TV.
Uh-oh.
Can you go plug the TV back in? That was funny, y'all. She just knocked the TV off. So I shipped my finished wreaths in a 22 by 22 by 6 box. And what I do is I put a couple holes in the bottom of the box, and then I tie it down to the box. So I'll put a pipe cleaner over here and a pipe cleaner over here and strap it to the bottom of the box, and then it's not going to shift during transport. Okay. At least for me, that's the best way. Did she turn this back on? No. Okay. Hey Tori, before you go, could you do me a favor? Can you come turn this TV back on? I think she unplugged it. Thank you. What did she do?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know what that girl did. Sassy ran back there and ran into the cords.
Is this going to be
Yeah? Oh. It might have gotten unplugged. Oh, Lord.
Maybe I'll look back here and see what happens.
That means I'm running on batteries, y'all. That'll be interesting. Okay. So it is a hot mess in here because they still haven't put up the walls and stuff, so we can't really put anything out. And
I think you should. Uh-oh.
still not on?
No.
Try flipping the thing again. Still nothing?
No.
What in the heck did that girl do?
I wonder if it tripped the breaker.
Oh, Lord.
Because that's the one the braces are into.
Looks like Sassy might have tripped the breaker. It's always an adventure, y'all. Yeah, my dogs are my babies too, but sometimes they get in trouble. Or not really get in trouble, more like cause trouble. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. So if you're asking me questions on YouTube, I can't see. I'll get it straightened out in a minute. Here we go. Alrighty. So we just keep doing our 3 curls. Put our little clip. No?
Try turning the TV back on.
Mm-mm.
No.
I can't tell if the others are... Oh, no, none of them are plugged in.
It's the big one.
Oh,
Fixed it.
thank you. She fixed it, y'all.
You might have to turn the TV back on though.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm glad you did that because it probably unplugged that too. The Mevo, I mean.
It tripped the one extension cord.
Oh. I think we probably need to block that off so we can't let her go back there.
I think that happened.
So Sassy tripped the breaker on the. Well, that'll do it.
Not like I wanted to do it.
It works. That's funny.
Okay. Can't get that in there.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. All right. I have power again, y'all. Yay, thank God for batteries. That would have stunk if it just turned everything off. All right. The ribbons are cut at 12 inches and the mesh is cut at 34. There we go. Now I got it coming back up. Okay. So remember on the bottom, we want to pull them out front because when we start putting the mesh on the top, it's going to push it down anyways. You can always come back and spread them out if you want to see individual ribbons. Sometimes I like them kind of combined and sometimes I like them spread out. It really depends on the ribbon. Alright, I can see again. Okay. So if you ever have where your mesh is starting to fray just as you cut it, alright, like this. Okay, can you see how mine's fraying like that? That's because my rotary cutter, my blade on my rotary cutter is dull. If you see that, change out your rotary blade. You can get them at like Walmart, you can get them at Hobby Lobby, Amazon, but you want to keep those sharp because that's what causes the most fraying, is if you try to use something that's not sharp. But if you do, you can use this method because it hides it. I use 2 rolls, one red and one green. The reason I do that is because 30-inch ruffle's my favorite. And so I want to add 4 inches so that I have enough to do curls and then still have some for ruffles. If you do it smaller, you're just not going to have a lot of ruffle to it. But hey, that is totally up to you. You can do it larger too. You could do like 36 inches. And I do have some mesh left over of both. Not a ton, but I have some. So. Well, at least Sassy can't go in the back this time. Yeah, the gingerbread sign is in my shop. It sure is. It sure is. Little gingerbread face. I love this one. I love the little heart mouth. I think that just kind of adds a little something to it. Yeah, if you're struggling to cut through your mesh, you're your blade is dull, change it out. It's super easy to change them out. They have, on here, they have, on either side, they have this little piece here. You just take it off, change that blade, put it back on, and screw it back on. It's that easy to change them, and they're not expensive. You're better off changing them out fairly often because it's going to cause a lot less fray if they're nice and sharp. Because they will get dull over time as they're cutting things. Okay. So hopefully y'all went and saw Katie at Crazy Maisie and Melissa with Burlap Boutique and Doreen with Door Designs today. Because it is Designing Gals Thursday. I almost didn't get ready in time. It was pretty close. Because, you know, we're back to doing school, so it kind of challenges me to get through stuff at the time I need to. Okay. But we made it. All right, on the last one, we have to do both sides. So you see I just lift it up against the one next to it and then let go, and they'll start to do their own little thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, putting the walls up and fixing the electricity and stuff. It's going to be great when it's done. So, I'm just trying to keep that in mind. It is hard to work in chaos. So that, I'm struggling with that a little bit, but hopefully it won't be too much longer. Yeah, so this is about how much mash is left over. About that much of each roll. You wouldn't be able to get 2 wreaths out of this, but you would have a little bit left over for another one. So we got the bottom done. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Ooh, I like that. Alright, so we'll open the top. Okay. There we go. So we're just going to keep on the same pattern. I find that putting something heavy on the other side helps a lot. If you are struggling with ruffles, put something heavy down there, then the mesh is not going to do this. It will stay straight. Now on the top, I ahead, Casey. We're gonna put this on. But when we do the ribbons this time, we're gonna put them crisscross. We're gonna put the larger ribbon this way. So you can see how there's an opening here. It's gonna afford more space for a larger ribbon. It's just gonna sit better there. Alrighty. I love this emerald green. It's so pretty. Well, we are thrilled you're here. All right. There we go. Oh my gosh, so we had to do, Ross is doing geometry this year. Ugh. I'm a CPA, so I love math, but yeah, I hate geometry. I forgot how much I disliked geometry. And he was struggling a little bit, so it was like, oh, we had to watch the thing several times, and just not fun. I am very thankful that I get to homeschool my boys, so I'm not complaining about that, but oh, math. Give me algebra any day. But geometry, I don't really care what the distance is. See, that's how we do it on top. Thank you. I know. You weren't sure how it was going to work with the sign because it has brown, right? But we have brown elements in here, and you won't really see them until we put the sign on. Alright, so you see in here, we have brown elements with the gingerbread, and when we put this next to it, it's going to bring that brown element out. It's going to make the eyes pop out the green, and the nose and the mouth pop out the red. So yep, you sure can. And brown is pretty much a neutral, so it's pretty easy to put some brown in with some colors. Yeah, right? Yeah, geometry. Yuck. How are you, Carol? I haven't seen you in forever. Okay. Straight up the center. See how it's starting to kind of move here? So if I put this down, then it doesn't do that anymore. So if you're having problems with it kind of moving on the sides, putting something heavy in there. It does help a lot. Okay, spread them out. Now when you put them on the top, you do kind of have to watch the bottom, because that bottom is going to want to, or the top is going to want to creep up on the bottom. So just make sure it's not squashing it, because it definitely will want to. Look, these colors are pretty. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. We need to say prayers for Donna. Her husband just got diagnosed with brain cancer. So let's all say a prayer. Oh, I bet you are in recovery mode. Let's all say a prayer for Donna. I'm so sorry to hear that. Carol, did y'all have a lot of damage from the hurricane? spreading them out on the top will also help it from wanting to dive down into the middle and stay there, because it don't want to do that. You just have to tell it no, you can't do that. We're all praying for you, Donna. So if you're having trouble with your ribbon staying in place, take it and just kind of push it back, because remember there's wire in there, so that's going to kind of make a little indentation right here, and then it'll keep it from really kind of doing that. It'll kind of stay in place more. I am cutting off the excess ties and just tucking them in. Now, this is a metallic one, so you could leave them up and just kind of curl them in, and it kind of makes like a cute little extra. It's not a kit, unfortunately. I am going to be working on a kit here very shortly. I have to kind of see what I have. Yeah, we did a fall wreath yesterday. Actually, we did a Halloween wreath yesterday. We have a kit for a fall right now. It's orange and navy blue. Yep. Our monthly one is a fall. There we go. So see, this one was really squashing this one down here. You see what I mean when I say it will push this down? So you see how this comes in here? So if you had your ribbon spread out, it would be all smashed. That's why I say to pull them out like that. Otherwise, you're going to have to redo them anyways. Yeah, about this time, most people are starting to make stuff for craft fairs and things like that. And you got to get an early start on that Christmas stuff. So we will do fall and Christmas up until next month, and then we'll probably just do Christmas. So we'll kind of alternate. There we go. See how it wants to just whoop right down there. Yep, that's what it wants to do. Alright. Okay. You see how well that fits right here in this middle? And so nothing is really kind of pushing on it. Now here, it's small, so it's not going to cause as many problems because it's small. Oh. Don't worry too much, Tanya. My dad has AFib. Talk to the doctors about the, what is that thing called he had done, Mom? The Watchman. The Watchman. Ask them if she's a candidate for the Watchman. What it does is it helps prevent strokes from having AFib. Great, easy procedure. And my dad had it in his late 80s. So hopefully she gets better quickly. But definitely ask him about that. Hey, Papa. What you doing? Taking Mom ribbon? Okay. Oh, okay. He's taking Mom work. I'm not sure what she said. I can't hear it because the wall's in the way, but... Watchman, yes, that's right. And it's covered by Medicare. Basically what it does is it's like the way the doctor explained it to us is there's a little dip in one of the, right near the valve. And when you have AFib, the blood is kind of flowing in and out differently. And so blood can pool in that little spot and cause blood clots that cause strokes. And the Watchman is just a little device that they put in that little spot to prevent it from doing blood clots. So it's not a very well-known procedure. It's pretty new. It's not experimental because it's been out long enough. But they haven't talked about it a whole lot. So, it was a great thing for us, for sure. So on that last one, you have to do both sides. Ooh, this is pretty. I love these meshes together, all that sparkly. Did your dad turn 93 last week? That's awesome. Yep, my dad's 88, and he comes to work with me every day. He sure does. All right. Okay, so just kind of pull it like that. All right, last ribbon. This is going to be cute. I cut my ribbon at 12 inches. I like to be able to see some of my mesh. So if you do, and I have done them with longer ribbons, and what happens is if you have 13 or 14 inch ribbons, you'll see more ribbon. And if you have 11 or 12 inch, then you'll see more mesh. It really just depends on what you want to see more. Do you want to see more ribbon? Do you want to see more mesh? So, all right. I dropped it. So we're going to put her right in the middle. Oh, she's so cute. I like this size. You could also put her over on the side. So she's not so big that she couldn't go on the side. It's not so big as a 12 where you have to sink it down in. So this size is a 10. Yes, it does keep him young. Yes, it does. So right now, if you order an 8-inch sign, you're getting a 10. At least for like a week or two. So if you don't see 10-inch, just order the 8 because you'll get the 10 anyways. I really like the 10 a lot. I think that's awesome that your mom's 81, she works a full-time job. Listen, I plan on working until I'm ready to fall over. Because I don't do well with nothing to do. I can stay at home for like a day or something, maybe 2, but then after that, I'm done. I have to be doing something. All right, so let's get our weaving needle out. Now you could pull some of these ribbons up. Kind of have those up, or you could tuck them under. Either way you want. I'm gonna probably pull some of the ribbons up. Alright, so we just put it just like we do a needle. So this is a weaving needle. And remember, I'm just gonna push it right down through the mesh. It's not gonna hurt it. And I immediately have it on the other side. So here's my frame. And then I'm just gonna push it around the frame a couple of times. Then I'll just trim it off and tuck it in. That's even pretty from the back. All that green and red. Let's put this one up. I'm gonna put a few of the ribbons up. I don't want to cover her face. I still want to see it. But it's kind of, I think it's gonna look cute. Now I was also thinking what you could do with this. Okay, so fold it over just like a needle, push right through. Doesn't matter where you go, it's not going to matter. Even if it's near a ribbon, just kind of move the ribbon back in place. Well, I think I am going to change the time to 5 o'clock because it's kind of hard to get finish school and get over here and be ready by 4. So I probably am going to change it a little bit. So, alright, so what I was thinking would also be cute, you could take, like this ribbon here I think would be really cute. So let's do maybe 18 inches. Okay. So I'm going to fold it over. Now I'm going to open it up and I'm going to crisscross my ribbons. Almost like you're making, you know, one of those awareness ribbons. Alright, so make an awareness ribbon and then push it down. Just kind of pinch it together and you have a little mini bow. I was thinking we could take this mini bow just put a little wire around it and I fluff it up a little. And then place it. I was thinking I could probably push it right down through that same hole that we wired it on. Yep. Or you could even make a new hole and just give her a little bow up on her hair. Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. You can push it off to the side, and all you'd have to do is punch a little hole with your metal hole punch, and then you can just put this in. Okay. Now let's do a bow. Alright, so here's one thing I wanted to show you. I don't know if I've showed y'all this before or not. When I cut my ribbons, I cut them together. But I don't think what I've shown you, I know I've shown you that, but what I don't think I've shown you is I load them on to my mesh roller, and then I'll take my perfect tail and I will go 2 together, and since it's on the mesh roller, I don't have to worry about it, you know, kind of lumping up on me, or I keep having to pull the ribbon out. It just works really well. So now I do this, I cut it off, and then I slip the board out, and then that's how I get my tails. All right. You can do the same thing with the bow. So what this does is, you know, when you're doing ribbons, especially ribbons that are in a circle like this, you can either throw them on the floor or you want to put them on something, because you want to be able to pull the ribbon out without it getting twisted. And this is how you do that. So put it on your mesh rollers, because that'll keep it from getting twisted. So see, this serves multi-purposes. This is one of my top 5, this thing right here is one of my top 5 favorite things in my craft room. That mesh roller. I use it probably more than any other tool I have. Well, that and my cutters. My rotary cutter. All right. So let's do about 10 inches. We'll grab the place where it says Christmas. So this says, all roads lead to Christmas. I just think it's so cute. And it's glittery. Even the side is glittery. I love that. Okay. So this is a pattern because it has words on it. So that means we're going to have to fix this side over here. So remember, you always want to get your loop out first. So see how this Christmas is going in this direction and this one's going in this direction? You want to take it, twist the entire thing just like that, and now magically they're both going the same way. You want to twist it as close to this peg as you can. If you're doing it in your hand, you want to twist it as close to where you're twisting. Okay, so 2 at 6 inch. All right, let's twist that one. There we go. Trim it off. Then I'll take my next ribbon. You see how easy it is to pull it and do it right from the mesh roller? Yeah. I like to do a little bit extra on the 1.5 inch because I like to curl these up. Okay. The great thing about the bow maker is you can go ahead and start fluffing where your ribbons are, moving where your ribbons are going to be, where your tails are going to be. See how you can go ahead and put them out? I think it saves a little time. This is also a pattern, so we'll be doing it on this one too. And that's okay. Okay. I made that long. Shorten that up. There we go. Alright. So because this one, and I'm actually going to do this at 6 inches as well. Maybe just slightly smaller. This one is strictly in the middle, but they're all going in one direction. So you do have to adjust one or the other. So let's see. Let's adjust this one. There we go. Okay? You see how easy that is? So now you don't have to worry about that. When I first started, this was something I really struggled with. I just had, and people kept telling me, you have to twist it twice. Well, twisting it twice is not really what you have to do. You actually have to twist the loop, which is very different than twisting twice. So I'm going to save you that trouble of figuring it out. Because when I asked people, they were like, oh yeah, you just twist it twice. Well, if you twist the ribbon twice, it's still going to be in the same direction. You have to twist the loop. So once I figured that out, I was in good shape. All right. Okay. I'm just going to match it to these two. And let's put a little one in the middle. Alright, so to put a little one in the middle, all you have to do is just put one little loop on one side. Trim it. Okay. And we'll get our zip tie out. Bella's back settling in her bed. Alright. Want to make sure you have all the pieces, pull it from the bottom. Get a pipe cleaner out. See how cute that little piece in the middle is? Yeah. Isn't that cute? Alright. Put our little pipe cleaner through. And I'll just kind of, before I completely tighten it, you can kind of move them out a little. You don't want to do too much of this before you have it tightened, because you don't want to accidentally pull your ribbons out. This is also a great way of hiding that zip tie. So if you don't really feel like cutting off ribbon and putting it in there, then I would put a zip tie in there. Alright, so we hold all three of these pieces and we're going to break the bow. So remember how we twisted some of these? Well, it's kind of all squished down in there and the little pieces all kind of wrinkled up. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull and twist at the same time. And what that's going to do is that's going to loosen it so that you can get that twist out. And you're going to get much more fluff in your bow if you break the bow first. So don't forget to break the bow. You always want to start from the bottom and work your way to the top. There we go. Alright, so then we can run our hands under our little tails here. I hope you're resting, Dad. Are you resting? Good. What do you mean no? You need to rest. Alright, so these we can take. I just like to use my thumbs. You can use something else if it makes it more, easier for you, but there we go. There we go. We'll do this one down here. And that'll be it. Alright, there's our bow. And there's our wreath. So you could put the bow down at the bottom if you wanted to. You could put it on the side. You could put it at the top, but it would kind of be hard to keep it from falling in her face. Or you could sell it separately. Yep. Well, you're in luck because we just finished. Okay, so does anybody have any questions that I missed? Yeah, if you're asking about the kits, so whatever you see on the listing is what comes in the kit. Everything that comes in the kit. They always come with the frame, the mesh, the ribbons, and instructions, and the sign. Yep. See little Bella in her cute little bed. And look, they started putting my walls up. I'm excited. Thank you. I love it too. Listen, I did not start out making bows and it be that easy. I promise if you keep practicing at it, you're gonna get better, because when I first started making them, they were sad. They were sad. I could never get the loops right. That's kind of why I tell you some of the little things, because that way you know where I struggled, so maybe you won't struggle with that. All right? Okay. Yeah, if you want to use a 14-inch frame, then if you want it to look just like this, you would do 10 pipe cleaners on the bottom and 8 pipe cleaners on the top. Owl can throw out a link for you for the mesh holder. Yeah. I know you wouldn't think that it would be cute with that little tan, but it is. So you see now how you can start to see some of the tan coming out, and how her green eyes kind of start filling in with the green. It works. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you go check out the other designing gals, and I will see you again next. Let's see, when will I be on next? Monday. I'll be on Monday. All right. So y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye, y'all.